Sometimes I just try not to address certain things, but certain things I have to, because sometimes they be so ridiculous. I just got to say something, man.
What's going on, YouTube? Here we go with another video. I'm going to do this in a style of a podcast, airing out crypto thoughts. So let's get right into it.
Listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to.
What I've noticed in this space of cryptocurrency, where individuals continually practice a certain type of behavior. Individuals who've been harmed in crypto by way of experiencing losses, who continue to engage in crypto, to engage in different types of blockchains and the different types of projects that are out there, experiencing the same losses over and over. A regular person might think it's a problem. A regular person can easily say, yeah, man, something is wrong. Something is clearly wrong. And then, I personally, I take a step back and I look and I say, you know what? This is why it's important to limit your dealings with individuals who aren't about anything. Because then your life will reflect their nothingness.
Man, shut the hell up. You sound crazy. You sound dumb.
Your life will reflect their inability to thrive, because you're surrounded by people who have the mindset of poverty. An impoverished mindset, a mindset of non-productivity, a mindset of lack of motivation, a mindset of creating excuses, repeatedly rehashing their victimhood. These qualities will inadvertently and indirectly affect you if you surround yourself with individuals who exclaim loss in a myriad of different ways.
Shut the hell up. You sound crazy.
Who cry, who complain, who make excuses, who constantly have nothing to offer but sorrow and misery. Your life will be impacted in the same way. Why I say that is because, let me give you an example. If you have a friend who always reaches out to you, number one, and when they reach out to you, they're always giving you a story about what's wrong in their lives. I mean, we're talking about every single conversation, or the bulk of your contact and interaction with this person is one of negativity, despair, desperation. And then you try to, in turn, help them see things a different way. Or, you want, as a friend, you want to help your friend out of this pit of despair that they're in, this bottomless pit of despair, this hole, this deep depression that they're in. You want to help your friend. You don't want to see your friend suffer. You don't want to see your friend, be in pain or hurt. What friend would want that for their friend? But after a while, you become drained because you're the one who's now become the soundboard for this person. You're listening to your friend as you should, but you're also trying to process whatever's taking place to help possibly solve and assist your friend that's taking time away from you, that's taking energy away from you. You're expending a lot of resources, whether you understand it or not, and that creates fatigue because after a while you become tired and you begin to worry, right? You begin to worry for your friend. You want your friend to be doing well. You want them to be healthy. You don't want them to be suffering the way that they're explaining it to you. So now you're also carrying the weight. They've dropped their problems on your lap. They may or may not feel better. In some cases they do feel better because they were able to vent. But now you have to find a way to alleviate, this pressure that you incurred from dealing with or listening to the problems that your friend has just brought to you. You understand? Does that make sense? And you can see how there's if this happens over a period of time, if this happens from different people, more than one person who continually reaches out to you and draws this energy from you, after a while you will also become worrisome. You will also suffer. You would have this defeatist type of attitude because this is what you're hearing from your friends all of the time. And you care about your friend. You're connected to your friend. This is what you're hearing all of the time. Your life will begin to model that of sorrow, sadness, depression, desperation, because this is what your people are surrounded by. This is what you're surrounded by because this is how your people are living. And this is what they're giving themselves off. This is what they're offering you.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And if this doesn't change, if their behaviors do not change over a period of time, whatever you're trying to do, let's say you are the one person in your group of friends who are really trying to get up out of this misery. You know how hard it is, how much more work you would have to exercise to get up out of that mess. It'll be twice, maybe even 3 times as hard for you to succeed, to set goals, to accomplish your goals, because you're worried about what your friends are going through. What are they going to think about you? So you have to balance all of that, of their stuff, with balancing your personal stuff. How fair is that to you? This is why it's important to pretty much connect yourself with individuals who aspire, who have aspirations, and not only have aspirations, but they're effectively acting upon reaching or achieving those aspirations. Otherwise, where are you drawing your own motivation from? Sometimes, like they say, people say they rather do bad by themselves than do bad with someone else, because that's twice as bad. If you're going to do bad and struggle and be around people who are struggling, the likelihood of you becoming successful is that much more difficult.
Shut the hell up. You sound crazy.
It's that much more difficult. And that's why sometimes, in some cases, you have to really sever your ties and separate from people who don't want anything better for themselves. Because if they did, their lives would show it through their actions, not just their words, but their actions would show that they want better for themselves. Why I bring this to crypto? Why am I talking about this when it sounds like something else? But this is relative to cryptocurrency because, see, in crypto, what I've realized is that people in crypto are looking, there are people who are looking for opportunities. But the ball gets dropped along the way when opportunities become chasing pipe dreams. Let me give you an example of chasing pipe dream. In cryptocurrency, because it's so new, and again, it's powerful because it's allowing individuals like you and I to control our finances in a way that's never been known to man before. So that power becomes a huge responsibility that some people just cannot bear, especially if we weren't programmed to be the owners of our own walk in life, or the owners who can contribute to our destiny. If we've had to relinquish our power to a third party, and this is what we were trained to do, this is what our grandparents and forefathers and mothers were trained to do for generations, and changing that is going to take an extreme level of discipline and determination. But that's a personal choice, and that's a personal feat that has to be reached. Many people can't do that. Many people can't do that. And that's okay. But what I'm saying is, in order to reach that certain level of self-control, people in crypto have to learn how to identify opportunity versus the pipe dream.
What?
Versus chasing a dragon. Cryptocurrency has brought so many quote unquote opportunities that have been real pipe dreams to people, where they suffered losses because those projects that were promising an untold amount of returns have scammed. And not just once, but many times over. And you have individuals who almost want to deny themselves the truth by defending those scammers. Why I say Stockholm Syndrome? Because if you look at the definition on one aspect of the definition of Stockholm Syndrome, which is described here as a form of mind control. It's a psychological phenomenon in which hostages express empathy and have positive feelings towards their captors, sometimes to the point of defending them. How many times have we seen, those of us who've been in cryptocurrency for a number of years, how many times have we seen participants, whether they're promoters, whether they're end users, whether they're whatever, crypto enthusiasts, whatever, people who gotten into platforms, defend the developers of the platform that have done wrong, that have exit scammed? How many times have we seen heads of platforms or owners of platforms who scam people out be defended by their own end users, their own participants who've been scammed on? How many times have we seen that? This is a similar characteristic of people exhibiting Stockholm Syndrome in cryptocurrency. At some point, those who know better should do better. And you have to let people walk their journey. You can't help everyone. When it comes to making money, right? When it comes to thinking about businesses, when it comes to building wealth and finances, the element of friend, being a friend and things like that, it's almost like a detriment if you are in this space to make friends.
You sound stupid,
In
dog.
business, dog eat dog. Survival of the fittest. It's very black and white. It's very cutthroat. There's a great deal of corruption when you're dealing with business, when you're dealing with politics, when you're dealing with technology, when you're dealing with research, when you're dealing with anthropology, philanthropy, whatever aspect of healthcare, government, whatever aspect of life, you will find the seeds of corruption laden within everything. So if you know this and you see that there are people who are suffering, and you try to align yourself with the same people who are repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again, you will also incur the same experiences over and over again. And that's the experience of deprivation, because you are constantly losing. You're constantly losing funds, finances, loss. You're chasing pipe dreams versus making well-informed, calculated decisions to reduce risk because you have seen and identified an opportunity.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Crypto is the wave of the future, whether people want to accept it or not. Those of us who understand it, we know this is the wave of the future. So what aspects of crypto are you going to choose for yourself to get involved with that you see that it has a great potential to succeed over the long haul versus the immediate glamour and glitz types of projects that come that scam out on you because you want immediate returns, or you want to listen to so and so because you like what so and so has done. Meanwhile, their history has shown that they have a poor track record of winning. They've incurred more losses than have won and helped their community. Because in crypto, you need a community also so the blockchains and the projects can thrive. This is part of what mass adoption is about. And this is why a lot of projects have become defunct. This is why a lot of projects have exit scammed. This is why a lot of people continue to suffer. It's hurtful, and it's sad when I see people on different, where they make videos, YouTubers who make videos and content creators who have been scammed repeatedly, still make excuses. They still make excuses for the developers who've created shady projects and have done nefarious, scandalous things, for owners of projects who have done the same, who have literally robbed the people. For developers and project creators, owners, so quote unquote, who have brainwashed the individuals to the point where the people can see no wrong, they don't believe that they can do any wrong. I've seen people jump from project to project to project like that with that same type of mindset. That shows me something. It's very telling about the mindset of these people who are pushing these projects to the viewers and to the world and to the audience. This is why you have to be careful who you follow, who you listen to. I'm talking to the old folks, the people who've been in crypto, and the new people who coming into crypto who may have, gotten the chance to find this video. You have to be careful of who you follow, who you listen to, where you get your information from. Everything you hear is not always the truth. This is why you have to also scale up, level up, and do your own due diligence. Excuse me. When you have projects that people, after a while, everything becomes the same. If you're in 10 different cryptocurrency projects and you're just hoping, just pure speculation. You're just hoping that one of them will hit. Initially, you thinking maybe all 10 will hit. That's you chasing the pipe dream. And then you scale back down to reality, and you wishing that maybe one will hit. You're placing yourself at a very, very strange position and at a great chance of losing. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense to the people. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense to people, but I've seen it time and time again. Okay? This is something that's not new. This is something that's going to continue. You know, they're bringing cryptocurrency, this technology, this new wave, this new phase of the fourth industrial revolution that's taking place right now is introducing a great deal of change. And in most cases, changes that we couldn't even fathom that are going to unfold down the line in the future. When you have institutions that are working with blockchain technology, that are working, incorporating Bitcoin, incorporating Ethereum into their businesses, that should tell you something. They're not engaging, they're not trying to engage in sketchy projects that's happening at the bottom. Again, I equate this to pink sheets in the stock world. I equate these things to petty stocks, where things are just so much more deregulated and lawless, and people incur more losses, and there's no retribution. There's no way there's no recourse for you to recoup what you lost. These big businesses and oligarchs and corporations are not on that level. So follow what the smart money is doing. Like, follow what the smart money is going. Follow what's been here before you and I were born. That'll be here maybe even after we go. Follow where the trend is headed, without aligning yourself with individuals who are promising you dreams, pipe dreams, that will amount to nothing but sorrow, misery, more loss, more depression, more mental illness, more sadness, more despair. Because if you keep getting into these types of levels of addiction and compulsive behavior, you're treating this different. Cryptocurrency is not going to provide you with the opportunity that you're seeking, because you're chasing a dragon. Your modus operandi is different. Your motives are different. Your motive is different. You're looking for something else. You're trying to get the next big hit.
What the hell are you even talking about? Like what are you talking about?
Instead of tempering your nerves, becoming more settled, receiving the information, discovering, finding the information that you need to then make the best appropriate decisions for yourself, and be steadfast in that. Not flow where the wind blows. That's why you have to eliminate the noise. Not everything is good. Like I've said it in my previous videos, there's a great deal of subscribers that I no longer follow anymore.
You sound crazy. You sound crazy, and you sound dumb as hell. Stop yourself.
Because it's just noise. It's subscribers, and what I mean by that, I'm talking about YouTube stuff. I don't, because it's not feeding me information that I need that's going to help not only myself, but people who I take care of. Telegram groups as well, shut them down. Like, a lot of things you have to minimize, eliminate the noise, because it's just noise. It brings distraction. It brings confusion. It brings chaos. It brings nothing tangible of proof that you are going to earn substantial gains, because this is about, again, money. It's not financial advice. I'm just offering my opinions and thoughts on the situation, with a little bit of airing out.
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Before you get into crypto, for those who are new, before you get into crypto, try to see where you are in life. Try to see where you stand in life. Are you getting into crypto because you're coming in with the aspect of you identify an opportunity and you're going to play the crypto market in that way, or are you getting into crypto to treat it like you're just it's the slot machine? Either way, you have to really do a self check and figure out where you stand in life. You know how many people I've seen talk about certain projects that they were in, that they've gotten in the project, but certain life issues came up and they had to take monies out of their project, and they are now double backing and triple backing, and they it's taking them 3, 4, 5 times as hard to get back to where they were in the beginning, because they had real life issues taking place. So maybe getting into crypto at the time wasn't the best time to get into crypto. You have to have a certain level of temperament and self-control. This is part of the thing about programming, how we've been programmed. We've been programmed to chase crumbs. We've been programmed to chase cheese or the steak that's dangling in front of us and never actually, reaching it. Why is that? Because everything else is just meager existence. Why? Don't think meagerly. Think greater. I don't even know if meagerly is a word, but you know what I'm trying to say.
What the hell are you even talking about? Like,
think greater. To prosper, you have to sacrifice. If I decided to get into a blockchain, and I'm doing this blockchain for my future, descendants, my children, my grandchildren, etc., etc., I would feel like a failure if the minute I say that, then I'm relinquishing whatever I put in for them less than a month later or less than a year later, what I thought this was for them. I'm not ready to get into the crypto space for that. I'm not ready to do these things and play the market that way. I'm not. I can't. I have to be honest with myself. And many people in cryptocurrency, you can tell, are not honest with themselves. And then when they hurt and they lose, it shows, because they just express themselves on camera. And it's disheartening. Then you have people who may seemingly know what they're talking about. They seemingly know what they're talking about, but they promote, it's the same story, just different face. Same types of method, just different face. Same projects, different name. Same characters, different project. Same end result to scam.
What the hell are you even talking about? Like what are you talking about? Listen, the more you open your mouth,
and then the end users still hope. You're still reading. Why get on social media and Telegram and inundate yourself with screenshots of just baseless jargon, just messages that are going to do nothing for you to become whole if you suffered a loss? Why are you listening and reading screenshots that are doing nothing for you? They're bringing you no type of closure. It's a screenshot about a project that you were in, supposedly from whomever who was in the project that you were in. You got scammed out, and now you're just listening to just gossip. Because after a while, it just becomes noise. It's hearsay. It's just gossip. You're not receiving back what you lost. Why do that to your brain? Why do that to your mind? Why do that to your emotions and your overall well-being? Stay away from it. Leave it alone. That's part of what I'm saying, the whole thing of letting go. But some people like the drama, and some people prefer to be lied to than to be told the truth. And that's evident in crypto. That's evident. You know, I personally, I like crypto because it's something completely fascinating, completely groundbreaking. It's offering a type of change that humanity really needs on multiple levels. on multiple levels. But I'm not going to talk about being free and then put the lies out there to my viewers and tell them to get into a project that has shadiness written all over it. I can't do that. I can't do that. But people have done that. People are going to continue to do that. They don't care if they're being sued. They don't care, if people will get scammed. They don't care. It's about their own self-interest. They don't care if they're supposed to be the heads of projects. They do not care about these things. All they care about is their own self-interest. So what makes you think they're going to care about you when you get exit scammed? Again, there's no crypto police. There's no crypto law enforcement to help you recoup. You know how many times I've seen projects come and go and people will put threats out? Threats, doxing people on the internet, all kinds of stuff. People have committed suicide behind this. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. I'm tired of even talking about, projects that have come and gone and failed and rocked the people to sleep and robbed the people. I'm tired of talking about them. I'm tired of talking about it because that takes away from my ability and chance to focus on those projects that are working, that are standing the test of time. I can't drive a car and constantly look at the rear view mirror. If I'm talking about projects of the past, that's akin to me looking at the rear view mirror while I'm driving a car. It doesn't work. That's why I can't listen to some of these people anymore. They're great, they do what they do. It's no shot. It's what it is. It is a shot, actually, but it's what it is. It's what it is. You're doing what you're doing, and what you're doing, if it's not good for me, and I'm speaking to the viewers, it's what it is. It's what it is. If something is just a poison, a toxicity, and you don't need it, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. It might be hard because you were just, attached and tied to whatever. It's all right. It's all right. But you'll recover. You'll recover. You'll recover. Stockholm syndrome in crypto it's a thing. I believe it's a thing. That's just my opinion.
You sound crazy and you sound dumb and slap yourself. Right now. I need to hear it. Slap yourself. I still can't hear it. Slap yourself. I need to hear it from wherever the hell you at to where I'm at. If I can't.
That's what we're doing. Flushing the crap away. So check this out. It's about letting it go. Just like you let your waste go, let the crap, the nonsense go. Let it go. What are you getting out of it? What are you getting out of defending scammers?
What are you talking about, man? I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Like, if you're at a point where you're identifying with someone who's robbed you, then there's a fundamental problem that's just bigger than crypto. And there's examples. There's clear examples of people who've done that, who defended their scammers to the hilt. They defended their scammers tooth and nail because they were smoking on hopium. They were smoking on hopium, chasing that pipe dream instead of identifying real opportunities. Let me say something real quick. Sonny's a good person. Sonny, the developer of Gandhiji, and why I say he's a good person, I don't know him personally, but why I say he's a good person is because he created a contract that has actually been working, that hasn't scammed anyone. So in my book, he's a good person. But how I found out about his contract was the contract through marketing, through word of mouth, through things, public relations by way of just the promotions that were taking place for the better part of almost 2 years. Sure, is a cool person, but the contract runs on its own. It has no control. He has no control, and like he's even identified, it can't be stopped. This is about the future. This is about building wealth. This is about money. It's about all these things, and you cannot think you can blend money and friends and not have problems. Money and family and not have problems. Money and addiction, money and chasing these highs, money and being impulsive and not have problems. I respect Sonny because he created something along the lines of artificial intelligence. He tied himself to that type of vein, that type of realm or modality, and it's running on its own. So, hey, so if he decides to walk away from the project, which he's not because this is his baby, but if he decides to walk away from the project, the thing can work autonomously by itself. Oh, that's it. That's it. But I'm not going to, it's about being able to identify and highlight what works. I don't care what promoter from the past, especially a promoter that was tied to the likes of BitConnect. I don't care what they're doing today. I don't care what they're doing today. Because I saw it for myself. I saw when, groups of promoters, four of them, the main promoter invited me to join his podcast to speak about everything, all things related BitConnect and crypto. And when I asked him, and we communicated, and I asked him in front of everybody, not on the live stream or anything, but behind the scenes, I asked him, if we're doing all this work, podcasts and so, how are we getting compensated? Mum's the word. No one could tell me anything. No one was able to tell me anything. And then that's why I took it a sign. I took that as a sign. I said, you know what? I'm bowing out. I'm respectfully walking away from this project. I'm just like walking away from doing a podcast talking about BitConnect. If you can't tell me, why should I put my time out to do this if I'm not going to get compensated? It's just a thing of just for the love. I'm not in this for the love. You kidding me? I'm not in this for the love. It's great. It's nice to say. It's cliche. It's cute. But the love don't help me eat.
You sound dumb as hell. Stop yourself.
The love is not going to help me, pay creditors, pay bills, pay insurance. The love is not going to help me do that. Love is not going to help me feed me and my family. The love. No. If you can't offer due compensation, I'm good. Made that choice. And since then, all of those promoters that were identified with that project have since gone. They went dark, ghost, nothing. Said nothing. The Jedi Knights, the Dapper Don, the Workless Wealth, the I Am English, the other gentleman from South Africa, Jason, his name was, gone. Then you have now CG and TJ, they doing what they're doing. I'm not listening to what they got going on. I don't care what people say. People say they got the source. The source of what? The source of what? The source to entertain. Let it just be that. I'm not a hater. I'm not going to tie myself to someone who was connected to something that was nefarious. And you mean to tell me now you still got the source? You know what you're doing? No, you don't. You know what you're doing for yourself. And people are so... it's like they see things from a weak perspective. They just believe and eat everything that they're saying, Again, making excuses for the person who's robbing you. They may not have, been in charge or really known anything going on with with other projects per se, just like BitConnect, sure, but you learned a lesson, and the lesson is becoming very costly. So why are you still pushing the same similar type of narrative, but with different blockchains and different projects? Are you talking like you know what you're doing? When that's not the case. It's not the case. I don't talk about that crazy stuff going on with ARB. Look at how many people defended ARB to the hilt, and it's still being talked about today. People are holding on to the past, not looking for the future because they want to become whole. But you keep asking same questions. Screenshots are being shared on Telegram. YouTubers talking all kinds of stuff. There's infighting going on. People are holding grudges because they've incurred losses, right? But there's nothing being done right now to recoup from those losses. So what is a screenshot? How's a screenshot going to help you? You know how many profit bot scam, arbitrage machine bot scam, all these hypes that come have gone. You got names. So what? You got a name to a person. What retribution is being done? How are they being, what consequences do they have? What? Are they getting locked up? No. Well, what's going on? People still don't know the full story of what's going on with BCC, with the people who are tied with BCC. But you're going to believe these intermediary types of people that have been, dealing with these platforms. Fine Coin, Monetized Coin, Falcon Coin, Forza Coin, Western Coin, Hextra Coin, Hex Coin, this coin, Regal Coin, Gold Reward, Control Finance. Glenn Acaro talking about Control Finance was a business. Michael Crypto was under, Glenn Acaro talking all kind of wild stuff too. Ghost. But this is what people make excuses. I'm not going to talk about the guys that came out last year and all that, even though I did, as far as, ARB and all. I don't care about that, man. I don't care about that. It's just history repeating itself over and over and over and over again. And people don't get it. You want to continue to exhibit Stockholm Syndrome. You want to continue to defend these scammers, these people who are robbing you blind. That's on you. It's on you. How do you learn? How do you grow? How do you progress? Well, how are you taking care of yourself and your loved ones doing these things? You're not. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. Let it go. You guys are not doing anything for you. Do for yourself. Do for yourself. If the heads of these blockchains that these guys are supposed to, and this guy, man, like he just comes out and he say something like, it's about decentralization, but then it's about social trust. How?
What?
How? The blockchain is supposed to be trustless. Where's the math is off. 1 + 1 for him equals 8. It's off. It's off. But this is the people who people listen to. People listen to, and they repeatedly get led to slaughter. Get led to get slaughtered.
You sound crazy. You sound.
KE jumped from this platform to that platform, to that platform, and you just because the platform has a face, you want to defend the head of the face, the face of the platform, the head of the platform, because he put his face. That means nothing. That means absolutely nothing. You know how many times, it's like, you gotta let it go. You really have to let it go. And I'm not gonna do anything more than speak that type of truth. Stockholm Syndrome was derived from an actual incident that took place in Europe. A robbery that took place in Europe where the hostages started to have an affinity for the actual robbers.
What the hell are you even talking about? Like what are you talking about? Listen, the more you open your mouth.
You believe that? This is what happens now. This is what's happening in crypto. This is what's happening in crypto. Where people are making excuses for the scammers. So the next time these individuals come up with something else, guess what? People are going to flock to them. Eliminate yourself from that type of mindset, that attitude. It's poison. It's treacherous. It's destructive. There's nothing good that could come out of that. Nothing whatsoever. Nothing whatsoever. You know how many groups, Discord, Telegram, especially Telegram, where people will just put out screenshots of behind the scenes things that took place. This is why you can't trust. But this guy talk about social trust. Where's the trust? This guy's talking about social trust. But where's the trust when you divulge after the fact, after you get scammed? You divulged how you were paid to promote a project, right? You were paid to promote a project. So you try to convince the people to buy into that project using your referral link so you can get more contributions by way of dividends, interest, whatever you want, whatever you talk about. And then when something goes wrong with the project, now you screaming, oh, you got scammed. But the premise of what you started from was slanted from the beginning, the whole time. I can't respect that. Can't respect it. It's not about cloud chase. I'm too grown to be cloud chasing. Too grown. I'm talking about the truth. And people don't like it. Well, it is what it is. It doesn't hurt me either way. I'm not placing myself in a position to get rocked to sleep by these people and then defend the people who's rocking me to sleep. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what a lot of people are doing in this space. That's what a lot of people are doing in this space. And a year from now, it's going to be the same story you hear from the same people because they won't evolve. They haven't evolved in the last 3 years. What makes you think they're going to change now? What makes you think they're going to change in the future? They won't. Mark my words. A year from now, December 1st, 2020, it's going to be the same story. Another 12 months will pass by of the same individuals talking the same nonsense and be defended by the same poor souls who don't know any better and some who do know better, but they just enjoy the drama. Some people just love to stir the pot and be mired in the pot and love the drama and love to be lied to, and then others will continue to get hurt. I'm not going to be the catalyst or the antecedent that causes further types of destruction just like that. Call me whatever you want to call me. Doesn't matter. I know what's right and I'm going to follow what's right. And I'm just going to share my truth to the people to help maybe sow a seed of thought in someone's mind to thwart them from experiencing something negative that many people have experienced and many people will continue to experience in cryptocurrency. I'm out.
You sound crazy. You sound crazy and you sound dumb and slap yourself. Right now. I need to hear it. Slap yourself. I still can't hear it. Slap yourself. I need to hear it from wherever the hell you at to where I'm at. If I can't hear it, you ain't doing it right. Slap yourself. That's you sound stupid, man. You sound stupid, dog. All